Welcome to Silent Evidence. I'm Iryna, and let's uncover what was never meant to be found. Today, we're diving into one of the most chilling and enduring mysteries in American true crime. A disappearance so sudden, so silent, that nearly 20 years later, investigators still can't agree on what really happened. This is the story of Maura Murray and the snowy roadside where her trail vanished forever. Who was Maura Murray? To understand why this case haunts so many, we need to start with Maura herself. Maura Murray was a 21-year-old nursing student at the University of Massachusetts. A dedicated athlete, a talented runner, a good student, someone who appeared to have a clear direction in life, at least on the surface. But those close to her noticed something in the days before she disappeared. Stress, a sudden emotional breakdown at work, a shift in behavior she couldn't explain. Something unspoken was building beneath the calm exterior. And then, on February 9th, 2004, everything changed. Her final known day. That Monday afternoon, Maura emailed her professors, telling them she needed a week off due to a death in the family. But there was no death. She then withdrew around $280 in cash from an ATM, bought alcohol at a nearby store, and left campus in her old Saturn sedan. Her search history showed she had looked up lodging in New Hampshire, a rural, quiet area she had visited before. No one knows exactly where she planned to go. No one knows why she lied, but she drove north alone into the cold February evening. Hours later, her car would be found far from campus, smashed into a snowbank on a dark rural road. The crash on Route 112, the crash site was along Route 112 near Haverhill, New Hampshire, a remote wooded stretch of road lined with old houses and thick trees. Several residents heard the crash. One man, a local school bus driver, approached the car and found Maura inside. She insisted she was fine. She said she had already called for help, but there was no cell signal in that area. Minutes later, when police arrived, her car was still there, but Maura was gone. Her footsteps didn't lead into the woods. There was no sign of injury, no sign of struggle, just silence. Maura had vanished into the cold, dark night, leaving everything behind. What was found inside her car? Inside the vehicle, police found a box of wine, a soda bottle that smelled of alcohol, printed map directions, a ATA accident report form, Maura's textbooks, and a rag stuffed into the tailpipe. The rag has been debated endlessly. Was she trying to stop the car from smoking? Was it a sign of car trouble? Or was someone else involved before the crash? There was no note, no goodbye message, nothing indicating she planned to disappear forever. But there were signs that she may have been overwhelmed, stressed, and possibly drinking. Still, none of that explains how she vanished within minutes in below freezing temperatures. The search and the complete silence. The search for Maura began quickly. Police dogs traced her scent only a few meters down the road, and then it abruptly stopped. That usually means one thing. She likely got into another vehicle. But whose vehicle? A passerby, a local, a predator, or someone she knew? Authorities searched the surrounding woods, fields, and rivers. Helicopters scanned for heat signatures. Hundreds of volunteers walked in formation through snow and ice. Nothing, not a single trace. No clothing, no phone, no footprints beyond those first few meters. No body. It was as if Maura stepped off the road and simply disappeared. Theories. What could have happened? 1. She ran away to start a new life. Some believe Maura staged her disappearance, overwhelmed by school, personal problems, and a previous accident days earlier. But she left behind her passport, glasses, makeup, and personal items most people would take if they planned to start over. Nothing suggests she intended to vanish long term. 2. She was picked up by a stranger and met with foul play. This is one of the strongest theories. A young woman alone at night, in freezing temperatures, on a remote road. The perfect scenario for someone with bad intentions. The abrupt end to the scent trail supports this. 3. She succumbed to the elements. Some think she wandered into the woods, confused or intoxicated, and died from exposure. But extensive searches, including cadaver dogs and thermal imaging, found no trace of human remains. The area was searched too thoroughly for her to have simply been missed. 4. She knew someone in the area? Some believe she headed to New Hampshire intentionally to meet someone, maybe a friend, maybe a secret relationship, someone she trusted enough to get into a car with. But no confirmed evidence supports this either. Why this case still haunts investigators? The Maura Murray case is terrifying not because of what we know, but because of what we don't know. A healthy, intelligent, athletic young woman in the middle of her life vanished in a window of less than 10 minutes on a road where multiple people saw her. No signs of escape, no signs of violence, no tracks, no body, no clues, just silence. Her family has searched for answers for 2 decades. Investigators still receive tips every year. Amateur sleuths continue to re-examine every detail, but the truth remains as cold as the New Hampshire winter night when Maura disappeared. Ending. If you want me to cover this case in even more depth or explore theories that weren't included here, let me know in the comments. This was Silent Evidence by Iryna. Thank you for watching. Stay curious. And remember, in every mystery, silence speaks louder than words.